guy while he was over there.
Oh.
Yeah. He didn't say anything to me.
Oh, okay. Well then, here we are.
I feel bad. My best friends had to. They farm. They sold all their cows today. It's either that or they were, yeah. Yep.
All right, let's see if I can lose these shirts. So same program, I'll start at 5, coaches at 4, so on and so on. All right.
2019 is all about change in the Chevy lineup, and that change starts today with the all-new 2019 Chevy Blazer. Let's take an inside look at this amazing new SUV. With a range of interior and exterior options, there's a Blazer fit for you. Come on down to Wheeler's Family Auto Group and see the all-new 2019 Chevy Blazer.
No doubt a lot of excitement over at Loyal on Friday night. Took down the Greyhounds, so you thought, all right, let's just get after the next day, and then all of a sudden the snow comes in. So how have you been able to capture the girls' attention and keep them energized for this game?
Well, obviously a lot of texting because we haven't been able to have a formalized practice. So which has been the last month of our season, and they've responded very well. We had a little walkthrough before we left tonight, so hopefully they can take that, being that it was right before the game, and execute tonight.
Coach, good luck tonight. Thanks for stopping by.
Appreciate it.
All right. We will talk to Coach Klein here as he steps in. And again, this number 2 seed Assumption Royals here. And thanks, Coach Klein, for joining us here in the Hillers True Value pregame show. I'll ask you the same questions I asked Coach Romanski. You've seen these other girls twice this year. What did you learn in those 2 games that'll make this third time another charm again here and win all 3 games here this season against Edgar?
We're going to have to contain the ball and compete.
Yep, yep, a close one here at home on Friday against Athens. One thing a coach may want to do is just get after it right away the next day. Snow came in, that wasn't possible. So how have you been able to keep the girls' attention and get them ready for this one here today on this extended leave of absence?
I haven't really, so we'll see how that works.
All right, Coach, good luck tonight.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for stopping by. All right, the always informative Coach Klein here on the pregame show. Hey, listen, you're going to hear it from both sides. That's what we do here for you. We think we've got a good one here. Again, it's a number 2 seed Assumption Royals at home. They took down Athens 39-38 in a thriller here at Assumption High School on Friday night. Edgar, the 6 seed, upset the number 3 seed Loyal Greyhounds in Loyal on Friday night, and they won by 11 up in Loyal. So they're looking to keep that momentum. Assumption's looking to build on that close win that they had here at home on Friday night. We were delayed from Saturday, so we're here tonight. Special broadcast here tonight. Got a bunch of sponsors to thank. For now, though, we're going to close out the Hillers True Value pregame show, as it is just about time here for National Anthem. And then we'll have basketball. We'll be back with lineups in just a bit. Again, Hillers True Value is your Milwaukee Tool headquarters. Get down there as soon as you can. Pick up a heated jacket, Milwaukee Tools, batteries, accessories, right on anything pens. Hillers True Value has everything Milwaukee Tool that you need, located on South Central Avenue in Marshfield. We'll be back for starting lineups in a bit.
UW-Stevens Point is home.
It's a university where professors know your name and get you involved in research.
They inspire us to realize big dreams.
At UW-Stevens Point, Sustainability is what we stand for.
Our beautiful campus encourages exploration, developing new fields, and problem solving for the real world.
It's a great place to launch your career.
UW Stevens Point is home.
Apply today at uwsp.edu.
For almost 50 years, Abbey Bank has been providing financial services to local families and businesses. What makes us different? Our partnership with the communities we serve, helping families grow, helping business grow, and celebrating important moments. With new programs and facilities, support for our youth, and help for those most in need. Abbey Bank invests in its communities and gives back locally. With locations in Abbotsford, Appleton, Medford, Wausau, and Weston, we make banking about you. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Back here in Wisconsin Rapids as we get you set for today's regional final here in Wisconsin Rapids between the Assumption Royals and the Edgar Wildcats. Number 2 seed Assumption Royals, number 6 seed Edgar Wildcats. And we will put the microphone down here so you can hear today's national anthem, and we will be right with you for today's starting lineups. Again, thanks for joining us, and now is the time to tell your friends where you found us and tell them to come and join the broadcast here today as we get, again, regional final action here in Division 5.
With the expectation of exhibit positive and respectful behavior. For the enjoyment and respect of all in attendance, your cooperation demonstrating the high ideals of sportsmanship is expected and greatly appreciated. To honor America and those defending our freedom, we ask those please stand if you can, remove your hats, and place your hand over your heart. Tonight led by the Assumption Pat Band under the direction of Molly Thomas.
All right, nice job by the national anthem here by the Assumption Royal Pep Band. Now it's time for starting lineups. Starting lineups brought to you today by Heil Ginseng of Edgar. Start your day with Heil Harvest Ginseng capsules, available at our website at heilharvest.com. Heil Ginseng, your locally grown Wisconsin ginseng, proud supporter of Edgar High School sports. Good luck, ladies, from the Heil Ginseng team, and we will start with the Edgar Wildcats. A sophomore wears number 1 at 5'7", McKenna Gooden. Senior 5'8", number 2, Daria Hosley. Junior 5'5", Marissa Ellenbecker. A sophomore at 5'8", number 14, Gabriella Keim. And a senior, number 44, Alyssa Lehman. For the Assumption Royals is number 10, Grace Crowns. She's a senior. Senior Ellie Lieberg wears number 24. Sophomore Jessie Grunhofer wears number 32. And then the Bone sisters, a junior, Madeline Bone, and the sophomore, Emily Bone, wears 52 and 54, respectively. Again, today's starting lineups brought to you by Heil Ginseng. Start your day with Heil Harvest Ginseng capsules, available at our website at heilharvest.com. Heil Ginseng, your locally grown Wisconsin ginseng, proud supporter of Edgar High School sports. Good luck, ladies, from the Heil Ginseng team. All right, and we are now set for opening tip-off here in Wisconsin Rapids. Again, the number 2 seed, Assumption Royals. This will be their last home game of the year. Of course, regional finals, the last non-neutral event. And the visiting Edgar Wildcats. Again, Edgar took care of Loyal on the road on Friday night. So road warriors now, the Edgar Wildcats. This will be the third time these two teams have played each other this year. Assumption winning both home and away. So matchup number 3, and you know what they say as I turn to Stephen Okonek here, who will be producing our broadcast today. Tough to beat a team 3 times in a year. That's what they say. We're going to find out tonight. Grunhofer with it, up top to Bone. Bone looked at the basket. No, gives it back to Grunhofer. Grunhofer with Hosley on her. Gets it up to Crowns up top. We are underway here in Wisconsin Rapids. Again, Royals, Edgar's, Division 5, regional final. Hardware will be given out tonight. Make room in the trophy case, somebody, because somebody's getting a regional final champion plaque. That one is going to be whistled no as it hit the support wire, and that is out of bounds. So even though the ball went through the basket, that support guide wire is out of bounds. That's what it hit on its way up. So Edgar now with the ball for the first time tonight. Lehman here and running in danger of a 10-second call, gets it over to Keim. Keim dribbles in, stopped there by Bone, kicks it back out. Dribble drive over to Lehman. Lehman 3 on the way, off the back of the rim, no. Rebound brought down by Grunhofer. Grunhofer quickly turns up court for the Royals. She had Lieberg to her right. Open, no, instead, nice high-low, Bone to Bone, and it's Maddie Bone getting us started here in the scoring column tonight with that high-low post. That was done nicely there by the Royals. Little half-court trap there, no big worry for the Wildcats. Hosley lets a 2 fly. That was long. She was about 3 feet inside the three-point line, shot it about 3 feet long. Hosley will inbound for the Wildcats. 6:39, so we're just not even a minute and a half into this one. And that ball was kicked by Bone, and Hosley will get to do it again from the baseline. Hosley looks, Bone tipped it. Ball loose on the floor, one off of the feet of Grunhofer and Crowns. That ball blocked. Kick out, 3 on the way is good. A 3-pointer by McKenna Gooden. And the Wildcats strike back. 3-2 here, Edgar in the early going. Lieberg with it on the far wing, dribbles it back up top. In the lane, kick out to Crowns. Crowns with Gooden on her, gets it back out to Bone, 3 on the way, no. That got the front of the net and lands out of bounds. Coach Klein looks to his bench and is going to send in a couple subs here early, as we'll see Kendall Schmidt and Natalie Weisenbeck come in for the Royals. Crowns and Emily Bone are out. Again, Coach Klein, not a lot to say in the pregame show. Actually, he probably said less than he would have said if he said nothing at all. But that's the coach's perspective. We thank all the coaches for joining us in the pregame show, as this ball is going to go out of bounds. Last off the hands of Hosley. But Coach Klein keeping this one close to the vest here today, as rightfully so. His Royals, as I said during the highlights on Friday night, escaped the Athens Blue Jays. I thought Athens, by all rights, had every opportunity to win the game. I'm not going to say they should have, but they had every opportunity, including they had the final 2 shots as they were down by 1. Either shot would have put them over the Royals. So Coach Klein probably a little upset about that outing, and just wants to keep things to a minimum here and not get expectations any higher than anybody would want them to be. Bounced out again, 3 on the way is good. Back-to-back threes by McKenna Gooden. She's got all 6 of the Edgar points in the first half. Lieberg on the drive, kick out. It was Weisenbeck with it. She decided to send it back around. Lieberg now on the other side. She's got Ellen Becker on her. Kicks it over to Grunhofer. Steal attempt by Gooden, no, and that allowed Weisenbeck to step in but couldn't get it to fall. Edgar now, 2-on-2, fast break. Ellen Becker leads it. Kick out, Gooden, same spot. You bet! McKenna Gooden is on fire. 3 3-pointers. Well, that's the way that you want to start here if you're Coach Romanski and the Wildcats. Hot shooting here, and you want to beat a team on the home court. That's the way to do it. Bone shot goes long. Ball brought down by Kine. Kine gets it over to Gooden. Oh, I thought maybe she might settle in on that same spot. She's hit 3 from right there. But dribbled that one out. Lehman, bounce pass inside to Kime. No. Bowen brings down the rebound. Outlet pass to Schmidt. Bowen up top. Nice look down to Weisenbeck and got that one to go. Got more regional final basketball going on tonight. Live up in Stratford. Stratford takes on Arcadia. ZalewskiSportsShow.com. Click Live Sports. Watch them both. Lehman tied up here in the corner. We're going to get a timeout here as Coach Romanski thought her player was a little bit close here to a 5-second call, and she appropriately calls the timeout. Game today sponsored in part by Bone Trucking and Excavating in Wisconsin Rapids. They are your full-service trucking and excavating company. Bone Trucking is proud to support the Assumption Royals girls basketball team all season long. 715-423-2028 is the only number you need for trucking and excavating. Again, 715-423-2028, Bone Trucking and Excavating. Get a score update here from Stratford in just a moment as we take a look in. And early scoring, it's 4-0 Arcadia. Again, early there in Stratford. Again, you can watch both of these games simultaneously. Just get 2 devices. Simple as it is. Hosley in the corner. Skip pass over to Ellenbecker. Ellenbecker on the drive. Left hand was rejected by Emily Bone. Ball out of bounds. It'll stay with the Wildcats. Hosley again will do the inbound duties from the baseline. Gets it into Ellenbecker. Ellenbecker drives baseline, bounces it into Schroffnagel. Schroffnagel, no. As McKenna Schroffnagel in the game for the Wildcats. Grunhofer, full head of steam, gets it out to Schmidt. Or Weisenbeck, my apologies. Weisenbeck will dribble it up top over to Crowns. Crowns back in the game after that Edgar 30-second timeout. 9-6 Edgar, 13 left in the half. Lieberg with it. Into Bone. Bone. Lieberg. Up. No. Bone. Rebound. She was fouled from behind. Looks like that foul will go against Schroffnagel. And that'll send Emily Bone to the line for 2. I think if Bone would have jumped instead of shot that flat-footed, she probably gets it in and still shoots the free throw. But as it is, she'll go to the free throw line for 2 on the shooting foul. Playoff nerves, perhaps, getting the best of Emily Bone at the free throw line. Bone again, this one stronger, but too strong off the back of the rim. So she comes up empty again. She shot that layup flat-footed. I think if she may have jumped, she probably makes it, or at least a better chance than shooting it standing still. Gooden up top with it. And Wildcats work the ball around to Ellenbecker. Ellenbecker with Lieberg on her. Ellenbecker dribbles through the Royal zone, and we're going to have a kick ball. It'll stay here with Edgar. Royal coaching staff reminding their players to move their feet. It's important. 9-6 Edgar. Ellenbecker at the three-point line, far side. Dribbles towards the baseline, now bounces it in. Schroffnagel gave it right back to her. Up top to Gooden. 2-3 zone with the 2 bigs down low for the Royals. That ball dribbled out of bounds by Schroffnagel and turned back over to the Royals. As expected, big crowd out there watching this one online. Thanks to each and every one of you. And again, make sure you tell your friends, neighbors, and strangers that game is on. Time to watch us now. Bone in the lane, shoots up. Nice job there, Maddie Bone. She's got 6 points. A nice drive there. Interesting that the game was postponed on Saturday here in Wisconsin Rapids, and who do we see up in Colby? The only girls game that happened as Schroffnagel goes up for 2. The only game left standing on Saturday was Colby Regional Final against Pacelli. here in Rapids. The game postponed, and well, looking right in front of us, there's Maddie Bones sitting there. Maddie Bones sits down low and scores another one. The Wildcats going to have to get that under control right now. They still lead by 1, but yeah, weather was good enough to travel to Colby, not good enough to play basketball here. Who am I to say? Good seeing everybody up in Colby. Is another 3 by McKenna Gooden, unconscious, her 4th three-pointer of the half. And we're going to have a little cleanup here on the sideline as a lot of slush outside, salt mixed in with the 100 inches of snow we've got over the past few weeks. And snow is tough now as it gets thick and turns to slush. Tough to keep out of the gym, so they finished cleaning that up. And we're back in action. Lieberg hands off to Crowns. Crowns into Lieberg. Lieberg, Keim got right up on her right away. Lieberg still able to get it to go as Lieberg scores for the first time. Wildcats have led since 3-2. The Royals scored first, but the Wildcats have led since that point. 10.5 to go in the first half. Bounce pass over to Keim. Keim looks in, nobody there. Kicks it over to Hanstad. Hanstad here, 16-footer off the backboard. Bank is open for Catherine Hanstad on a Monday night. 7:10 at night. I need some money. Maybe she can help me out with that during halftime. I thought the bank was closed. And we'll have a travel there as Lieberg took off with it before she was able to get the ball down on the floor. And a couple subs coming in for 4 subs coming in for the Royals. I'll let you keep up with that. Here's what I'll tell you. Lieberg, the only one left out of that 5, still on the floor. So everyone else besides 24 new on the court off of that dead ball for the Royals. As we look down the scores table, Daria Hosley next to check in for the Wildcats on the next dead ball. Ellenbecker gives it off in the corner to Gooden. Gooden over to Hanstad. Hanstad got Lieberg up. Hanstad, though, is going to get it stolen away. Yeah, it's Lieberg tipped it away. Sam Nelson picks it up, and Sammy turns the other way with it. As I get caught up on all the numbers here on the floor, Schmidt, far wing, dribbles it up over to Nelson. Nelson looked in. Lieberg sets up shop down low. Now Lieberg's got to back out to avoid the 3-second call. Livernash over to Lieberg. Coach Hermansky hit the deck in the corner. Well, almost. She ducked out of the way. Livernash dump in here to Grunhofer. Grunhofer's going to dribble it back out. Bounce pass Lieberg. 3. No. And rebound. Keim comes away with the rebound. Gabby Keim, our Zaleski Sports Show Highlight House Player of the Game on Friday night. Yet to score here tonight. Again, you can get highlights of this game and 3 others as it looks like Lieberg is going to commit that foul, and Hanstad thought she might have had chiclets on the floor, but she did a mouth check, and it looks like all chiclets are accounted for. Highlights of this game, along with Stratford Arcadia, Newman Columbus, and I'm missing one here. We've got, and then we've got Neilsville and Nacita. Holy man. 4 trophies being given out tonight, and you will see all trophy presentations tonight on the Zaleski Sports Facebook network. Keim rises and gets it, as she must have heard me talking about her. And she was Friday night Zaleski Sports Show Highlight House Player of the Game. We'll have 4 Highlight House Players of the Game tonight. 4 trophies, 4 exciting games, 2 of them live, happening right now. Grunhofer got that poked away from behind. Nice job by Lehman to poke it away, but a jump ball is going to be called as the ball was on the floor, and a couple there were sitting on the floor with the ball. 1 team foul apiece, so fouls no item of interest here in the first half. 8:25 left. Edgar with their largest lead of the game, up by 6. Livernash, no. Brought down by Keim. Keim works against Lieberg. Skipped all the way over here to Lehman. Lehman into Keim. Keim turns, dribbles in the lane, and it's going to be a reach-in called on Kendall Schmidt. Foul on the floor. Second team foul, first for Schmidt for the Royals. Hosley will inbound. She's got a couple options here. Going to go now. Goes over to Lehman on the baseline with Lieberg on her. And that one is blocked by Livernash. Livernash with the rejection of Lehman. Lieberg skips it all the way over to Nelson. Nelson lines up a three. That's long. A loose ball brought down by Gooden. She turns up court for the Wildcats. Nelson watches her. Loses control of the ball. Coach Klein pacing the sidelines here as he sees his Royals down again at home in this year's playoffs. That ball tipped away by Schmidt, but regained. Over to Lehman as Hackle circled the lane, and that ball thrown away, picked up by Schmidt. Lieberg back up to Schmidt. Those two out on Tuesday night with the flu. They're back in action. They were back in action on Friday night. Livernash misses the jumper. Ball comes out to Schmidt. Now, Schmidt, Lieberg, and Emily Bone, I believe, was the third Royal with the flu on Tuesday night. That ball found out of bounds. And Wildcats will pick it up with 7:05 left in the half. Edgar brings it up 18-12. Keim in the corner. The trap closes in on her. Gooden gets it. Gooden in the lane. Scoop shot is good by McKenna Gooden as the sophomore is doing it all here early. She's got 14 of the Wildcat 20 points. What an effort here in the first half by McKenna Gooden. Bone looked down to Grunhofer. No, Grunhofer steps up top. And she works around Keim. No. Rebound brought down by Bone. Bone up. No. She's fouled on her way up by Teresa Hackle. And Maddie Bone will step to the free throw line for the first time here this evening. And that went off the back of the rim. No. 0 for 3 at the line today are the Royals. We see Grunhofer come out for Emily Bone. We see Hackle sit, and I believe it was Hanstad who came in for her. I didn't see the replacement, but I think that's who it was. Hanstad's on the court regardless. Bone, that one off the back of the rim. Royals 0 for 4 from the free throw line. Hosley in the corner to Gooden. Gooden drives baseline. Bounce pass to Keim. She kicks it out. On the drive is Hanstad. No. Emily Bone with the rebound. Dished up ahead to Weisenbeck. Weisenbeck kicks it back out. Schmidt three on the way off the front of the rim. No. Bone battles for the rebound, and it's Gooden that comes away with it. Gooden again with Crowns chasing her, dribbles it back out, and the Wildcats will start anew from the half-court offense. Wild pass coming across the top, and we're going to have a foul, I believe, called on Crowns. It is. So Grace Crowns will pick up her first. Team third for the Royals. Schroffnagel in for Keim for Edgar, and Lieberg comes in for Schmidt for Assumption. Hosley again, the permanent inbounder here for the Wildcats in the first half. Nice turn and fire by Schroffnagel. She's got 4, and it's a 10-point lead for the Edgar Wildcats. And a stunned Assumption Royal crowd here, scratching their heads as they watch the Royals fall way behind here at home. Lieberg, 3. In and out, no. Bone, rebound, right back up, no. And last off of the fingers of Emily Bone as Sister Maddie gives her some advice as they trot back down the court. But Grunhofer in, Emily Bone out. But these Royals already in danger territory at the 5:22 mark, and we're only in the first half. Assumption student section been on their feet for the entire game. Haven't really been able to get into it. And that's all thanks to the Edgar Wildcats. 2 there, fight for the ball, and then a miscommunication as Hanstad sends the ball out of bounds. Savannah Bauman in for the first time today for Edgar. Ellenbecker will take a break. Again, pretty good crowd here in Assumption. We've got a large crowd watching the broadcast right now. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Again, there's still time to tell your friends where you found us and invite them to come watch us game 2. Lieberg off the back of the rim, no. Rebound brought down by Schroffnagel. Here come the Wildcats again. And we've got a official timeout on the floor as a mouth guard is laying here in the backcourt. Mouth guard of Natalie Weisenbeck, and she comes and tosses it to a teammate on the bench. Merry Christmas. Here's my mouth guard. Hang on to this for me. All right. Mouth guard's not mandatory in high school basketball. Those are optional. See more and more players wear them, though, as the game gets more physical, it seems, as the years go on. All right, 4:15 left. Edgar up by 10 with the ball. Hosley extended near wing. Bauman baseline drive, and she's doubled up there, ripped away by Grunhofer. She got herself in trouble on that baseline drive. Grunhofer, though, may have walked, and she did. Turned it right back over, did the Royals. That ball kicked on the side by Maddie Bone. The Edgar Wildcats, and Hosley will inbound right in front of that aforementioned Royal student section, dressed in red, white, and blue tonight. I don't know how they coordinate that when they're sitting at home. I guess the Instagram and the Snap faces all communicate with each other and tell everybody what they're going to wear to the game tonight, but they all came in unison. Red, white, and blue, it's always a good look. In the lane is Schroffnagel, gets that one to fall. She's got 6. Wildcats now have doubled up the Royals here, 24-12. We've got less than 3.5 to go. 3 on the way from Weisenbeck, no. A loose ball brought down by Crowns, gives it right back to Weisenbeck up top. She does not reload, instead gives it off to Lieberg. Royals gonna need some of these shots to fall. They have had a lid on the basket here in the first half. As that ball mishandled there by Bone, it's Gooden with it. Gooden all the way to the rack, up and one, McKenna Gooden. – 16 points on the night for Gooden. This will be her first free throw. As that foul goes on Crowns. Again, Gooden forced that ball all the way up to the rack. That's what you want to do here, especially with the lead. You got to force the action, and the Wildcats are doing it. Free throw is up and true. 17 now for Gooden. She got 17 of the Wildcats' 27. Keim back in for the Wildcats. So, again, as I tell you, to remind your friends, neighbors, and strangers to come watch the game. Edgar Wildcats, I'm really talking to you right now. Upset here in the making, as this is the 6 seed on the road against the 2 seed. This would be something that your friends and neighbors would want to see. Bone turns in the lane, right hand, no. Brought down by Grunhofer. Grunhofer loses the ball. That ball now is pushed up ahead to Keim. Keim, with Crowns behind her, is up and good. Gabby Keim, she's got 4, and we've got an Assumption Royal timeout. With 2:31 left, it is 29-12, Edgar.
At Citizen State Bank of Loyal, we build relationships with our customers. It takes handshakes and continued conversations and commitment to withstand the test of time. Whether it's in ag loans or personal banking, we respond with flexibility, creativity, and a commitment to serve those needs, and by extension to our communities. Stop by or call any of our 5 convenient locations to find out what Citizen State Bank of Loyal can do for you.
Again, highlights coming tonight on the Zaleski Sports Facebook network. We've got 4 highlights coming for you tonight, including this one right here in Assumption. And so far, it's been the McKenna Gooden show. She's got 17 points for the Wildcats, as the Wildcats have officially put the Royals on upset alert here in Wisconsin Rapids. Assumption student section comes alive, trying to will their team into some action here. They've been stuck on 12 for a while, missed a whole bunch of shots here over the last 10 minutes. Bone with it up top, kicks it out to Grunhofer. Lieberg to Crowns. Again, Royals staying patient, looking for the shot here. They're trying to feed Maddie Bone inside. See if they're able to do it. Lieberg, 3. That ball, that is long. Bone, rebound off the backboard and good. Maddie Bone says enough is enough. And we are going to score again. Bounce pass in, bounce pass back out to Hosley. Hosley skips it all the way over to Gooden. Gooden on the drive, floater in the lane. No, about the only shot she's missed here so far today, as that ball was left off the hands of Grunhofer. Weisenbeck in, Schmidt out. Coach Klein's going to coach her up on the sideline as we go back down memory lane here. As we look through what happened, we'll wait for Keim here. Keim kicks it back out. Shot up, no. Ball bounces around, and it may have bounced out of bounds. I think it would have been last off of Edgar anyway. As again, Assumption beat Edgar on the road 49-37 back on Tuesday, December 4th. And then they beat Edgar here at home 56-39, so 2 convincing wins for the Royals against these Wildcats, but this has been the exact opposite. The Wildcats impressive as we're under a minute to play here in the first half. Hosley over to Gooden. They check with Coach Hermansky. Coach calls out the play. Bounce pass, Keim, baseline drive up, no. Bone, rebound. She was harassed there by Keim, but Bone's going to walk away with it. Again, Royals still down 15. 30 seconds left in the half. Ball almost thrown away, brought down by Weisenbeck. Weisenbeck dribbles around, gets it out to Lieberg. 23 seconds, Bone. Looks at Crowns cross court, Crowns cuts to the lane. Bone stops her dribble, now she's got to get rid of it. Almost a 5-second call. Grunhofer in the lane, wheels, left hand is up and good. Grunhofer scores for the first time today. We've got 5 seconds left. Keim with it, and we're going to have a foul. The foul is going to go on Emily Bone, and it'll be an inbound for Edgar. That's only team foul number 5. No free throws. We got 4.3 seconds on the game clock. Wildcats will be in the half court once they get the ball in, as Coach Klein sends in Nelson for Crowns. If Coach Klein gets his girls to foul here with about a second left. And it's a sideline violation on Lieberg. Lieberg got to stay on the court on the inbound. She stepped over the out of the boundary line there, so that's a violation, and the referee is explaining to her now where she's got to be, where she can't be. Hosley again will rebound. Lieberg in front of her. The Wildcats work it all the way around. Gooden with it here. 3, 2. Good if it goes. It'll be off the backboard. No. There's a contested shot. Nice job on defense there by Sammy Nelson of the Royals. But all the kudos in the first half here go to the visiting Edgar Wildcats as they lead the Assumption Royals at the half, 29-16. We'll step aside for a few minutes, get our halftime stats and thoughts together, and be back. Stop into any of our locations at Auburndale, Marshfield, Withee, Greenwood, Roselleville, Stevens Point, and Wisconsin Rapids, and talk to our friendly personal bankers who are here to help you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Property damage or loss is what Marshfield Insurance Agency is all about. We are the area's largest insurance agency. Family owned for more than 30 years. An independent agency, we represent more than 40 A-rated insurance providers for home, auto, business, health, life, and more. Contact Marshfield Insurance Agency for a free quote today.
Phelps' Dairy Store, located just southeast of Crossroad Commons in Stevens Point, has fresh cheese curds 7 days a week. Phelps' has a vast selection of cheeses and meats, including the popular potato wurst. Fresh milk pumped daily from 700 cows and farm tours available. See Phelps' Dairy Store in person or visit us at phelpsdairystore.com. Phelps' Dairy Store, food, family, and fun. Wondering what to feed your team after work, the game, or this weekend? Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids has tasty, char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite. From the classic hamburger to the famous Chips Champ and everything in between, check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See our complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream served year-round. In a hurry? Same great menu in the drive-thru. Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids.
Are you looking for a daycare close to Auburndale? Little Sprouts Learning Garden Daycare, located at 10564 North School Road, has a convenient location right next to Auburndale schools. When you bring your children to Little Sprouts, you know that you're leaving them in good hands. With a capacity of 50 children, this daycare is open to all children from 6 weeks to 12 years. Conveniently open from 6:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Monday through Friday, Little Sprouts Learning Garden in Auburndale is your family-friendly daycare.
All right, back here in Wisconsin Rapids, it is halftime here in this regional final between the number 2 seed Assumption Royals, number 6 seed Edgar Wildcats. Halftime show today brought to you by Awards and More. Awards and More of Wisconsin Rapids at their new location on 1210 Pepper Avenue. They have everything you need, awards, engravings, custom-made goods, sports paraphernalia, and a brand new location there for Awards and More on 1210 Pepper Avenue. We'll start with visiting Edgar Wildcats. Leading all scorers is number 1, McKenna Gooden. She's got 17, does the sophomore. McKenna Schroffnagel with 6, Gabby Keim with 4, and Catherine Hanstad for 2 for the Wildcats, 29. Assumption again was 16 here at the half. Maddie Bone with 10, and Ellie Lieberg, Jessie Grunhofer, and Natalie Weisenbeck each with 2 apiece. Royals 0 for 4 from the free throw line. Edgar made their only free throw shot. That was made by McKenna Gooden. But really the story here, Assumption just not able to get their shots to fall. They have outshot the Wildcats from the field in sheer quantity of attempts, but obviously trailing by 13, just cannot get those shots to fall. They are bouncing all over the rim, anywhere but in right now, and the Wildcats on offense doing everything that they set out to do here today. So credit definitely goes to Edgar and those 29 points, and they lead the Royals here 29-16. Again, thanks to our halftime sponsor, Awards and More, with their new location here in Wisconsin Rapids on 1210 Pepper Avenue. You get all of your custom-made awards, graphics, engravings, sports paraphernalia. You've got a special trophy, plaque, anything like that you need made up. Awards and More is your choice here in Wisconsin Rapids at their new location on 1210 Pepper Avenue. We got about 5 minutes left here before the half. We will give you one score update for sure. Up in Stratford, it's Arcadia 2016, if I have that right. And we bring it up on the screen now, 16-14, my apologies, but another upset in the making there as Stratford's the 2 seed hosting that regional final. And we will have Wausau-Newman score updates for you. We had hoped to have one by now. We'll take a look here and see if we have that. We haven't had our first update from Newman as they are playing Columbus tonight. The winner of that game plays the winner of this game on Thursday night up at DC Everest or Wausau East. That's one. It's a Wausau on Thursday night. Here's what I'll tell you. We'll get an official on that later. Again, about 4 minutes left here before the half. We will take a quick break and come back and get you ready for second half basketball here in Wisconsin Rapids. Send him a message. I'll be back.
Oh, just got it.
Oh. All right. I'll announce that when I get back. All right, as we take a look at the halftime score up in Newman, it's actually 27-8. Yep, 27-8 up as Newman is taking care of business at home in their regional final against Columbus. They won on a 20-0 run to close the half. They were down 7-8 and outscored the Dons 20 straight to end the half, as they look to be on their way to yet another regional final victory. Again, they play the winner of tonight's game on Thursday up in Wausau, as they get to stay near their home base. And the way it is now, it would be Edgar, the number 6 seed, the upstart Wildcats, and that's not too far of a drive from Edgar over to Wausau either. But these Royals, they are not done yet. They're going to have something to say yet here before the end of this one. But they've got a hole to climb out of. They're down by 13. Down by 13 here to start half number 2. Again, thanks for joining along on today's ride here as again, the high school playoffs are here. Boys basketball playoffs start on Tuesday. As Lehman pops, that's long. Grunhofer there. Girls gymnastics, their season culminates here in Wisconsin Rapids at Lincoln High School on Friday with the state meet happening. Their state champion to be crowned Friday, and then individual state champion in Division I and Division II. There's 2 divisions in high school gymnastics here in Wisconsin. Individual champs will be crowned on Saturday. So playoffs everywhere. Hockey playoffs going on, and a double dribble and turned right back over. But that's everything. Girls basketball, boys basketball, hockey, gymnastics, bowling is happening. Curling is rolling. I mean, it is playoffs right now. And if you're a sports fan like me and Stephen Okonek, this is what we live for. As Bone pushes Hosley out of the way. Hosley on the floor again. Crowns gets it back up. Crowns lifts the ball up to Lieberg. Lieberg with Keim on her. Lieberg to the rack. No, but she's fouled. And she'll go to the line for 2. But again, these Royals have had free throw issues here tonight. They are 0 for 4 from the free throw line in the game so far. Lieberg up and no. Oh boy. Just a lid on the Royals basket. Now you would think shooting on this end where Edgar had 29 points, that basket might be warmed up, but not the case. All right, Lieberg gets that one to go. So she's got 3 points here on the night, and the Royals strike first here in half number 2. Lehman passes it backwards. Edgar is going to have to hustle to get it across and get it over to Keim. Keim turns, kick out to Gooden. Gooden with Crowns on her. Gives it out to Lehman. Gooden, 3 on the way. Timber! I mean, why not? McKenna Gooden, 5 3-pointers in the game. She's got 20. Holy man. It is something else. Nice entry pass there from Bone to Bone, and Maddie Bone receives it, puts it in. She's now has 12, leads the Royals. And we'll have a foul call. This will go against Lieberg. Okay, he held up 23, but it was 24. That's what he meant. Inbound in the corner to Gooden. She works it back up top, and around come the Wildcats. 21-12 over in Neilsville as the Neilsville Warriors look to have a regional final championship again. They lost to Colby last year in Colby in the regional final championship, and they would play Colby. Colby again was the only girls game that stood on Saturday as Colby took down Pacelli. Colby now awaits the winner of that Neilsville Nacita game as again Neilsville in the lead handily at the half. Gooden races up the court and races around, and we're going to have a block called on Weisenbeck. Second foul here in the half for the Royals. Ball inbounded on the corner, baseline drive there. Shot put up and comes up short by Gooden. Ball still rolling on the ground, finally picked up there by Weisenbeck. Coach Klein says, go. Royals go. Settled in the corner there by Weisenbeck, dropped down low. No, Keim with the rebound. "15 minutes left, and not a lot has changed. It was a 13-point halftime lead, and it's a 13-point Wildcat lead now. Schroffnagel with the miss. Keim, rebound, up, no. Lieberg with it, pushes up ahead to Weisenbeck. Weisenbeck carried the ball, and back the other way we go. Royals just not able to get out of their own way here in the second half. Bounced up ahead. That ball bounced a couple times. It was a dangerous bounce pass. Gooden, 3. No. Boy, oh boy. I don't think that may have been the first 3 she missed, but the Wildcats get it back. Gooden with it. Gets it off to Hosley. Hosley in the corner to, I believe that's Bauman over there. Ellenbecker with it now. Gooden with Lieberg on her. Gooden's going to attempt Lieberg, no. Gets it out. Ball all the way back up top here to Hosley. Ellenbecker on the drive. She was cut off there by Schmidt. Good defensive series here by the Royals. See if they're able to finish it off. As we'll have a jump ball. Grunhofer got her hands on top of the ball. As Bauman headed to the basket, and possession arrow points to Assumption. Coach Klein calls out blue. We'll find out if blue equals points. All over to Weisenbeck. She was able to get it back into Bone. Nice job there. Again, Coach Klein hollers out blue. Crowns with it. Dump into Bone. Bone up. No. Grabbed and brought down by Hosley. Again, Edgar maintains their 13-point halftime lead. Royals not able to cut into it yet. 13 minutes left in the game. It may have been a missed dribble there, but may not have been. I don't think they would have let Ellenbecker continue the dribble if she would have caught that ball. As that ball is deflected back, and then a foul is going to be assessed here as Schmidt got a little bit too handsy. Ellenbecker brings it up. Hands it off to Hanstad. Hanstad dump in there as Emily Bone able to step in the way of that one. Up ahead to Grunhofer. Grunhofer poked away from behind by Keim. Nice hustle there by Gabby Keim as she was able to poke it away and prevent a fast court basket attempt from being launched. 32-19. Royals down. Crowns with it in the corner. Up to Grunhofer. Grunhofer back to Lieberg. Lieberg off a Crown screen. No, that ball may have been partially deflected as it did not get to the rim. Ellenbecker with it. Ellenbecker in. Lieberg. Lieberg had a hand on the ball but couldn't beat Gooden to the ball. And the Wildcats keep possession there. A nice screen set by Schroffnagel as Lieberg took the brunt of it, and it's Bone altering the shot. Back come the Royals. Grunhofer spins, left hand up, no, but she's fouled, and she will go to the line for 2. Take this time to tell you tonight's broadcast is also sponsored by Vicki Jackalone of Catholic United Financial. Catholic United is focused on providing our members with quality life insurance and retirement saving options while giving them opportunities to impact their Catholic parishes, schools, and community. Contact Vicki today at 920-475-3196 to learn more about membership. All our young members receive scholarships as they continue their education after high school. Again, tonight's broadcast in part sponsored by Vicki Jackalone of Catholic United Financial. Stratford now trails big at home 28-17 against Arcadia as we see Grunhofer hit both of her free throws. Royals with 5 points here in the second half. Wildcats with 3, and that was a McKenna Gooden three-pointer. Nice work here. Schroffnagel, though, missed the layup. That ball last touched and out of bounds by Bauman, as Grunhofer had a hand on it, but Bauman tipped it last and sent it out of bounds. Oh, Assumption back with the ball, down 11. Got a chance now to bring this down to single digits, and it has been a long time since there's been a single-digit game here in Wisconsin Rapids. Bone sets the screen for Weisenbeck. Weisenbeck in the lane, left hand off the backboard, and one! Natalie Weisenbeck. Weisenbeck, 4 points on the night. And off the front of the rim, no, the Royals just trouble from the free throw line today, but we do have a single-digit deficit. It's the Wildcats up by 9. Grunhofer will induce the jump ball. It'll stay here, but the Royals going to need to win, or need to force jump balls. They're going to have to force a lot of things, but jump balls are another way to get some extra possessions. As we're going to have a timeout on the court, Edgar is going to take a full timeout. 11:17 left in this one, and it is Edgar 32, Assumption 23. Masonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on U.S. Highway 10, has fresh cheese curds made daily, along with cheese and sausage trays for your next gathering. Masonville Dairy is home to over 24 cheese varieties, 1.5 million pounds of milk daily, gives you cheddar, feta, Colby, and even blue marble jack. Shop in the store or online at NasonvilleDairy.com. Nasonville Dairy, a family tradition of quality. Phelps' Dairy Store, located just southeast of Crossroad Commons in Stevens Point, has fresh cheese curds 7 days a week. Phelps' has a vast selection of cheeses and meats, including the popular potato wurst. Fresh milk pumped daily from 700 cows, and farm tours available. See Phelps' Dairy Store in person or visit us at phelpsdairystore.com. Phelps' Dairy Store, food, family, and fun. All right, back here in Wisconsin Rapids, Edgar with the ball. They're up 32-23. Out of a Edgar Wildcat, Betty Urmanski full timeout. As she may have seen the Royals with something here, and the Royals with a steal. Kendall Schmidt stolen it right back, and Schmidt picks it up. That ball changed hands 3 times in about a second and a half. All the way down here to Lieberg. Weisenbeck up and good. Now the Royal crowd is alive as the student section telling the rest of the fans to get on their feet. 7-point game. Hosley with it, no. And she was fouled by Weisenbeck. That's a shooting foul, so we will see Daria Hosley go to the line. She's yet to score tonight. Coach Klein, again, keeps coaching up his girls here. And free throw up and good for Hosley. So Hosley gets on the scorebook. She's got 1. And lead at 8, could be at 9 after this one. It is up and rolls it in. So back to a 9-point Edgar lead. As we come up on the 10:45 mark here in the second half. 10:40 left in the game. Lieberg with it, looks in, gets it over to Bone up top. Keim right on her. Bone again looks in. Lieberg half position. Lieberg's got to get out of the lane before a 3-second call. Bone on the other side. She turns right hand, no. Brought down by Lehman. Coach Klein thought that his girls had a chance in that possession, but couldn't get it to go. 3 on the way there, misses. Ball still loose. Brought down by Gooden. The Bone sisters collided, and it is Gooden dribbling it off her foot out of bounds. So Edgar does give the ball up, and the Royals get the ball back. Crowns will inbound. She'll hand it off to Nelson. Sammy Nelson will bring it up. Nelson with it. Bone at the top of the key. Gets it over to Crowns. Crowns almost had that ball stolen by Ellenbecker. Crowns able to get it back. Crowns baseline drive. Bone with it. Hands off to Sister. They may go high-low here. No, Crowns going to get a screen from Emily Bone. Skips it over to Weisenbeck. Weisenbeck baseline drive. Cut off there by Hosley. And a whistle. We're going to have a Coach Klein timeout as we will keep it right here and say hello to our friends at the Corner Kitchen in Edgar. The Corner Kitchen in Edgar invites you to their seafood buffet this Friday night and every Friday night. The Corner Kitchen also features a delicious chicken bucket, T-bone and porterhouse specials, along with lasagna to go every day. Thanks to the Corner Kitchen in Edgar for supporting live high school sports. 9-point deficit for the Royals. Coach Klein takes the timeout, and he's going to try to get something working here. They've only got 9:23 left to get things worked out here, as time is going to become a factor here any minute, and I think time is a factor right now. The Royals did trim the lead down to 7 just a couple minutes ago, but back to a 9-point deficit now. So now the Royals looking for points and then need stops on the other end. Maddie Bone over to Crowns. Crowns looked in on Nelson. Nelson with Lehman on her. That's a mismatch not in favor of the Royals. And Weisenbeck looks into Bone, gets it back up to Crowns. Now pass comes into Bone. Left hand is up. Oh, they shot it just a bit long, but that'll send Emily Bone back to the free throw line. She is 0 for 2 free throw shooting today. And it is 33-23 Arcadia over the number 2 seed Stratford Tigers up in Stratford. So wouldn't you know it, we've got 2 live games and upset alert on both of them, and upsets well in the making. I think we're even past alert status. It is upset DEFCON 1. DEFCON 2, I don't know. It's go time right now if you are a Stratford Tiger or an Assumption Royal, as your season is on the brink. That's what we'll call it. Okay, Bone does make free throw. Actually, that's her first points of the game. She's now 1 for 4 free throw shooting. She's got 1 point, does the sophomore tonight. 8-point Edgar lead. Sent down to Kime. Kime works on Bone. Bone peels it away. And then the errant pass. And it should be over the back, and it will be over the back, as Gooden lost visualization, I think, of where she was on the court, as she was perhaps as surprised as anybody was that ball even became available and just wasn't able to throw the brakes on before she crossed the half-court line. Coach Klein now pointing to something here happening on the sidelines, and he's saying that the scorer's table maybe needs to be pushed back a little bit. Perfectionist, Coach Klein. Into Bone. Bone off the backboard and good. Maddie Bone, she's got 14. Now it's a 6-point game. Closest the Royals have come here in the second half. They haven't had a 6-point deficit for quite a while. And now it's Schmidt with the steal up ahead to Lieberg. And the last off of Lieberg, and it'll point the other way. Nice defense by Marissa Ellenbecker. Again, you talk about hustle points. Usually those are on offense, but that time it's hustle points for Ellenbecker. She prevented points from Ellie Lieberg, who looked like she was going to have a layup, but Ellenbecker comes from behind and swats it right off of her. Again, Royals, tough defense here. Skipped over to Schroffnagel. 2 on the way from Hosley. No. Bone, rebound. Bone up ahead to Lieberg. Lieberg now, and again, it's Ellenbecker chasing her down the court. Too strong by Lieberg. A twist of the elbow by Hosley, and it's sent the other way. Ellenbecker will bring it up. Couple chances there for the Royals, and not able to convert. Down by 6. Kime with it, cut off by Bone. Ellenbecker on the drive. Bounces over to Schroffnagel. Schroffnagel pushes Bone with her left hand, no. And it's Emily Bone with the rebound, and another Royal miscue as that goes off the hands of Ellie Lieberg. 7:36 to go. It's a 6-point game. It's a 2-possession game if you look at it from the Assumption Royal point of view. Edgar still happy with a 6-point lead here on the road. Kime blocked by Bone. Out of bounds. It'll stay with Edgar. And again, it's Emily Bone doing this flat-footed. Just imagine, as the sophomore here, when she figures out she can jump, she is going to be dangerous. That ball kicked on the inbound attempt by Weisenbeck. If the 6'4" Emily Bone jumps with the ball, there is nobody that will be able to stop her going forward. Kime got that block from behind by Bone again. Bone contests another shot. Ball loose and goes out of bounds and points the way of Assumption, as that may have last been off Marissa Ellenbecker. Emily Bone swatting shots as if she was a fly swatter in the middle of a July summer day here in Wisconsin. We're far from that. So we've got snow by the bushel load. A wild shot off the backboard there. Bone puts it up, and now it is sister Maddie Bone with the putback. No, but she's fouled in her way up. Free throws coming. Tense moments coming here in Wisconsin Rapids with 7:03 left in the game. Have I told you to tell your friends to watch? I'm not joking, folks. Bone gets it to go. Again, it's the 2-seed Assumption Royals, the 6-seed Edgar Wildcats. Royals got here after a home win Friday night, a 1-point squeaker against Athens, and it was Edgar by 11 over Loyal on Friday night. That's how they got here, but here we are. Winner of this will seemingly play Newman on Thursday, as that one's missed. 5-point lead, but Newman up big over Columbus, 27-8 at halftime. So they figure to await the winner of this one. And yep, we will have that one live for you Thursday night as well. We're not messing around here. And a push going to be called on Schmidt, I believe, yes. That'll go against Kendall Schmidt, and I think that's her third. It'll flash up the numbers for me. It is her third. Each team with 5 fouls here in the second half. 3 on the way from Ellenbecker long. Bone wrestles with Kime, and the possession arrow points the way of Assumption. I mentioned that possession arrow a couple minutes ago, but those come in handy as you come down the stretch. It'll now point to Edgar at the 6:40 mark. We'll keep that in mind. It's a 5-point lead for the Wildcats. It's still a 2-possession game. Coach Klein tried to get Crowns in, but no, Crowns will wait for the next dead ball. Lieberg with Gooden on her, gives it out to Weisenbeck. Weisenbeck looks inside, no, Bone. Bone looked at a 16-footer, passed it up. Grunhofer. Haven't had Jesse Grunhofer's name called a whole lot here in this game. Baseline drive, kick out to Lieberg. Lieberg spots up for 3, no. And rebound not by Weisenbeck. Weisenbeck may have had the best chance at it, but she didn't get a good jump off the rebound. It was Hosley that got it. Gooden races Weisenbeck down the court. She's trapped now in the corner, bounces it, and bounces off the foot of Kendall Schmidt out of bounds. It'll stay with Edgar. Six minutes on the dot. 34-29, Edgar with the ball. Ball comes into Gooden again in the corner. The trap comes down. With it is Handstad. Handstad lost it. It was last off of Assumption, and it was last off of Schmidt as she dove for the ball and off her left hand and out of bounds. So Weisenbeck will go out, and it was going to be Lieberg, and now it's Schmidt. So a little trickeration there by the Royals. Ball comes into Bauman. Bauman, she's in the corner with it and tipped out of bounds there as the Royals, all hands on defense. Weisenbeck tipped that one out of bounds, and we'll have the third consecutive inbound play from that spot on the sideline coming up. (34-29) score remains, 5:47. Ellenbecker will get it, gets it off to Keim. Keim looks down low to Schroffnagel. Dead ball here in the corner. That ball bounces. It's free right now. It's on the floor, and possession arrow will point. No, we're going to have a timeout. It's a timeout, Edgar, with 5:33. It's Edgar 34, Assumption 29. Wondering what to feed your team after work, the game, or this weekend? Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids has tasty, char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite. From the classic hamburger to the famous Chips Champ and everything in between, check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See our complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream served year-round. In a hurry? Same great menu in the drive-thru. Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids. It was 29-16 Edgar at the half. Edgar held to 5 points here in the second half, contributing to this Royal comeback. Royals, though, still trail. Again, they're down 34-29, 5:33 left. Make sure to stay tuned for our post-game show. We'll go down and talk to today's winning coach. We'll also talk to a Zaleski Sports Show Highlight House player of the game and the trophy presentation. All that will come up at the conclusion of this one. So even when the buzzer hits 0, do not leave us. We've got a lot for you coming up post-game. Again, interview with the winning coach, a Zaleski Sports Show Highlight House player of the game, and interview, and along with the trophy presentation. Up in Colby on Saturday night, I got completely soaked as girls came out and soaked Coach Rao and me with water bottles. We'll see if that happens here tonight by somebody. We're looking for a Gatorade bucket, and that would be even worse. That ball shot off the bottom of the rim by Hanstad and brought back up here. Gooden with it. Gooden in the lane. Right-hand floater. No. And she was fouled by Weisenbeck, and Gooden will go to the line for 2. But you just never know what's going to happen in the postgame, especially when you're hoisting up trophies. It's a wild, wild scene on the court in the postgame. And we'll have it all for you right here. 5:09 left. Gooden, first free throw is no good. Off the front of the rim, too strong. Off the backboard now. Yeah, nobody has left their seats here at Assumption Catholic High School. No reason to. This has tightened up quite a bit. And I'm not exactly sure what that call was there. I think there was a lane violation. And I believe Gooden will reshoot the first one, and she will. There was a lane violation, and that was harmful to the Royals because Gooden makes good on it. I believe they say Weisenbeck got into the lane. It was either her or Grunhofer. It was a 4-2 or a 3-2 that was held up. Or it may have been Lieberg. Okay, Lieberg with the lane violation. There was a 4 in there. There was a 2. All right. So Gooden makes good on that. Mental error by the Royals. Back up to a 7-point Wildcat lead. Bone with Schroffnagel all over her. Bone drives to the lane. No shot. Foul on the floor. Coach Klein is shouting. And we've got a bench warning on Coach Klein as he was screaming at the officials after that call. Not sure exactly what he wanted there. He got the foul. It was on the floor. I don't know what else he could have wanted there. Under 5 to play, 36-29, Edgar leads. Lieberg dump into Bone. Bone down low, up and in, Maddie Bone. So she trims the lead to 5 on that made shot. She can bring it down to 4 with a free throw. Maddie's got 17 points tonight, leads the Royals. Leading all scorers is McKenna Gooden. She has 22 for the Wildcats. Bone lines it up and rims in and out. Lieberg fights for the loose ball. No. Brought down by Edgar. It's Ellenbecker with it. Number of missed free throws here in today's game by the Royals. Crucial now with a 5-point deficit. Ellenbecker bounce pass to Hosley. Hosley dribbles with Lieberg on her. Harassing Royal defense. They're going to have to do it to get back in it here. They are not really back in yet. They're down by 5. It's a 2-possession game where the Wildcats have the ball, and the Wildcats seem to have been able to score whenever they wanted to. Loose situation there as Kime picks up the loose change, as referees didn't blow a whistle there anywhere. There was contact down low. No whistle, and the Wildcats score. Lieberg in the lane. That pass went nowhere. It's Gooden with it. Gooden dribbles around Crowns up with the right hand, no. And ball is going to be saved into Kime. Kime triple teamed in the corner. Ellenbecker with it. Ellenbecker is going to dribble it back out to safety here for the Wildcats. Schroffnagel gets it up to Kime. Kime bone all the way out on her. 3:35 left in the game. It's a 7-point Wildcat lead. Wildcats have led since the 17:30 mark. It was just 30 seconds off the clock in the first half. The Wildcats have led ever since. And we've got a foul on Crowns. That is her 4th, team 7th, both now in the bonus for the rest of this game. It'll be Kime going to the line for 2. She has not, or for a bonus here. She did not shoot that. No free throw attempts in this game for Kime. That one's short. Long rebound came off to Hosley. It's Gooden dribbling it back up top. Royals running ragged here on defense. Schroffnagel into Ellenbecker. Wild shot, Ellenbecker, and hit the top of the backboard. That's out of bounds. Wild shot there by Ellenbecker is going to give the ball back to Assumption. Grunhofer in, Weisenbeck out. Coach Hermansky coaching him up on the sideline. Lieberg, Ellenbecker on her. We come to the 3-minute mark here in the second half. 3 minutes left, Bone up and under and good. And a quick timeout by Coach Klein down on the court as the Royals, for the second time in the second half, have brought it to within 5. It is 38-33, 3 minutes left when we come back.
Choose Custom Heating and Cooling for all your HVAC needs. For years, we have been providing the highest level of home comfort products for central Wisconsin. Our philosophy is simple. Our clients are our most important assets, and to protect them, we use the best service and equipment available. 24-hour service is ready for you now. Visit us at customheating.org or Custom Heating on Facebook. Choose Custom Heating and Cooling.
Door Pro of Stratford has been your local source for garage and overhead doors since 2003. Door Pro can custom design your door solutions, or you can use their online tools at doorprollc.com to see what a new garage door could do to improve your home. Door Pro of Stratford, call them at 715-384-7978. Door Pro of Stratford, proud to support local athletes and their teams.
All right, it is a final up in Wausau as Newman takes down Columbus 57-29. They await the winner of this one. Chances are they've all went to the locker room to turn this on to find out what they've been missing. And they've been missing a good one. Again, it was a 29-16 Edgar lead at halftime. Royals scratching and clawing. Tough defense have chiseled away at that lead, but this is the closest they've been at 5. And there's still 3 minutes left. Plenty of time for anything to happen here in Wisconsin Rapids. Again, the winner of this game will play Newman up at Wausau East on Thursday night. We will have that game for you live right here. Ellenbecker over to Kime. Coach Klein tells his girls to dig in. And dig they do as Schmidt gets the turnover. Crowns almost traveled and then missed the layup. I think she may have taken steps there, but she missed the layup anyway. So all the same outcome here. Bounce pass over to Schroffnagel. Again, the Royals still harassing on the defensive end, and it's Bone that'll pick up the foul. Maddie Bone will send Keim to the free throw line. Playoffs are a mysterious thing, folks. Again, it was Assumption easily handling Edgar in their 2 regular season conference matchups this year. This has not been that. This is the playoffs. Keim shoots off the back, no. So that was the last bonus free throw. Edgar will be in the double bonus going forward. Up ahead to Schmidt, last off the hands of Hosley. It'll stay with Assumption. As it was Hosley, more energetic than I, hopping on the stage to grab that ball, all in one smooth, fluid movement. Into Bone. Bone dribbles it back out, turns in the lane, fires for 2, no. And over the back will be Maddie Bone. And that'll be foul number 3 on Bone. And it is now double bonus time for the Wildcats as a semi-standing ovation from the Wildcat fans here in Wisconsin Rapids, those that brave the roads to drive all the way here. And there's a few, pretty good turnout, and I know there's a few more that decided they were going to stay warm, cozy, and comfortable tonight and watch this one with us. Thank you. Keim gets that one to go. She's got 7 points tonight. The lead back up to 6. It's a 2-possession game. It would become a 3-possession game on a made free throw here by Gabby Keim. And gets it to settle off the heel and in. All right, 2:20 left. Royals going to have to go quick now as they are in danger territory. Wildcats looking to close it out here and get a regional final championship. And it's Gooden tying up Bone. And the possession arrow is going to point to Assumption. It'll stay here. And perhaps the last time the Royals will have the advantage of the possession arrow here today. So the last, if you want to say, free possession for the Royals happen right now. Bone swings it over. Schmidt, Lieberg in the corner, 3, no. And the ball safe back in. Bone over to Grunhofer. Grunhofer dribbles it. We're under 2 minutes to go. Bone up top to Grunhofer. Grunhofer cut off there and traveled with it as she was cut off by Hosley. See how long the Royals are able to go here on defense before they'll have to foul to get the ball back. Again, the Wildcats will be in the double bonus. The Royals going to have to play stiff defense here, and Bone's going to pick up foul number 4 on the sideline, as she will send Ellenbecker to the line for 2. Ellenbecker yet to score today. 5'5" junior Wildcat. So it looks like Grunhofer is going to come in for Maddie Bone, and those 4 fouls as that free throw goes off by Ellenbecker. And it will be the Arcadia squad taking care of Stratford, 44-29. There's about 20 seconds left in that one, but Stratford will bow out of the playoffs at home in the regional final. Congratulations to Arcadia, regional final champs here in 2019. 1:40 left. Ellenbecker missed both. Lieberg to Bone. Watch for Lieberg here to get open for a 3. She's got it here again. Royals haven't notched a single 3-pointer here today. That one in and out. Emily Bone gets it back. No. Schmidt underneath gets it to go. So Schmidt brings it to a 5-point game. It's a 2-possession game. Defense now in a hurry here for the Royals to get this ball back. Grunhofer has got Gooden in the corner. Ball rolled on the floor. The Royals had a chance at it after the ball was thrown off the foot of Grunhofer, but nobody there to pick it up. Lands in the hands of McKenna Schroffnagel. She's fouled, and she will go to the line for 2. Royals have had chances. They won't be able to walk away from this game saying they didn't have a chance. They have had chance after chance, just not able to convert. And a lot of that, most of that, to do with these Edgar Wildcats. Schroffnagel, 6 points here tonight. Free throw is good. An important free throw there by Schroffnagel. She turns that into a 6-point game, gives it
gives herself a chance now with another made free throw to turn this into a 3-possession game with 1:07 left. And she does that. 3-possession game. Wildcats on the verge of a regional final championship again. Make sure to stay tuned to our post-game show. Talk to today's winning coach, the Zaleski Sports Show Highlight House player of the game, and bring you the trophy presentation. Grunhofer, 3! She got it! First 3 of the game for the Royals. A 4-point game. 45 seconds to go. And it's a timeout, Edgar, as they didn't get the ball across the backcourt. 46 seconds left. Edgar, 42. Assumption, 38.
Are you a veteran looking to buy a new home or lower your existing mortgage payment?
At Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation, we understand the sacrifices you made in serving our country. We believe it's our turn to serve you and your family.
We'll show you how to take advantage of your VA home loan benefit. At Fairway, we can finance up to 100% on the home you intend to purchase or refinance.
At Fairway, we'd be honored to help you with your financing. Stop in at one of our offices or give us a call today.
Yeah, they must change it. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on U.S. Highway 10, has fresh cheese curds made daily, along with cheese and sausage trays for your next gathering. Nasonville Dairy is home to over 24 cheese varieties, 1.5 million pounds of milk daily, gives you cheddar, feta, Colby, and even blue marble jack. Shop in the store or online at NasonvilleDairy.com.
And that's it.
Nasonville Dairy,
that's good.
A family tradition of quality.
That's good for them. All right, 46 seconds left. Edgar will inbound the ball. It is Edgar 42, Assumption 38, off of the Coach Hermansky full timeout. Coach Klein making sure the official knows where the inbound is supposed to happen from, and he's still not agreeing of where that's supposed to happen from. Now he's talking to Daria Hosley. That's really the official's job there. All right, inbound to Gooden. Coach Klein tells his girls pressure. Nelson Crowns on Gooden, and it's a push-off on Gooden, and the Royals are going to get the ball back with 38 seconds. It's still a 2-possession game, but Gooden tried to make space and made a little bit too much, or made it too obvious. Royals back with the ball. Grunhofer looks at the clock to her right, looks to inbound the ball to her left, gets it into Crowns. Crowns going to have to go. She was looking to give it back to Lieberg, but it's go time right now. Crowns now gets it to Lieberg. Under 30 to go. Crowns with it. Grunhofer comes open up top. Grunhofer, 3 on the way. No. Weisenbeck puts it back and good. Weisenbeck gets it back, and we've got a 2-point game here in Wisconsin Rapids, as it is an Assumption timeout with a lot of excitement here yet to go with the next 18 seconds. It is Edgar 42, Assumption 40.
2019 is all about change in the Chevy lineup, and that change starts today with the all-new 2019 Chevy Blazer. Let's take an inside look at this amazing new SUV. With a range of interior and exterior options, there's a Blazer fit for you. Come on down to Wheeler's Family Auto Group and see the all-new 2019 Chevy Blazer.
Marching down the court to take these free throws for the Wildcats. And 2 more important free throws here for the Wildcats.
One free throw doesn't do much except force the Royals to shoot a 3, but it stays in a one-possession game. 2 made free throws here by Ellenbecker. 2 possessions in 12 seconds. Not good chances if you're the Royals at that point. First one is good. Again, stay tuned for the post-game show. We will talk with tonight's winning coach. And we'll talk with the Zaleski Sports Show Highlight House Player of the Game and the awards ceremony. All that comes up in just a moment. That ball is off. So, 3-point game, and Coach Klein quickly calls a timeout. Royals will have the ball when we come back, down by 3. We'll be back.
Check out Clemmy Sales, located at 125 North 2nd Avenue in Stratford. For over a century, Clemmy Sales has been your #1 trusted Chevrolet dealership. From beginning to end in your car buying process, Clemmy will treat you like family each and every visit. Head on down to Clemmy Sales today to check out all their inventory, including the all-new 2019 Chevy Silverado. Clemmy Sales, proud supporters of local high school athletics.
At Citizen State Bank of Loyal, we build relationships with our customers. It takes handshakes and continued conversations and commitment to withstand the test of time. Whether it's in ag loans or personal banking, we respond with flexibility, creativity, and a commitment to serve those needs, and by extension to our communities. Stop by or call any of our 5 convenient locations to find out what Citizen State Bank of Loyal can do for you.
All right, at this point, it would seem the best the Royals could hope for is overtime. Edgar looking for one last defensive stop here in Wisconsin Rapids to pull off the upset. As the 6-seed Wildcats up 3 over the number 2-seed Royals, 12.2 seconds left. Coach Klein and Coach Romanski working hard in their timeout huddle. Both coaches probably telling their girls exactly that. Royals need a 3 to tie. Wildcats need a stop for the win. Nelson will inbound. Inbounds into Lieberg. Wildcat defense retreats. 8 seconds left. Into Bone. Left alone in the corner. Schmidt for 3. Got it! Kendall Schmidt gets a 3-pointer. Holy man, and the Royals have come all the way back to tie this game with 0.6 seconds left. It is all smiles on the Assumption side of things. Edgar on their side asking for time on the clock. 0.6 seconds left, but I don't know that they're going to put any time back on the clock, as the Edgar coaching staff, I think, took all that time to call that timeout. But what an offensive setup by Coach Klein, as Kendall Schmidt spotted up in the corner for 3 and drilled it. So the official comes over here to the scorer's table, as we'll follow him down here as they talk about the timing situation and see what we're going to do here. As it looks like, I don't think they're going to put any time on the clock here. Well, let's have a look in here. There's a lot of hand talking going on, but here some buttons are pushed here. And we'll see what we come up with here on the clock, as it's back to 8 seconds now, but that can't be the case. There won't be 8 seconds left. I think best case is 1.5. So we went from 0.6 to 0.8. Decimal dust on the clock, as I'm not sure that Edgar can get a catch and release at 0.8 all the way from the other end of the court. We'll see what they do, though. 43 all off of the Kendall Schmidt game-tying three-pointer. The Royals have come all the way back, and this shot will count. It would have counted, but it was nowhere close to going in, and overtime is upon us here in Assumption. It is tied at 43 all. We will take a break to reset our clock and get you reset for overtime here in Wisconsin Rapids. Stop into any of our locations at Auburndale, Marshfield, Withee, Greenwood, Roselleville, Stevens Point, and Wisconsin Rapids, and talk to our friendly personal bankers who are here to help you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Phelps' Dairy Store, located just southeast of Crossroad Commons in Stevens Point, has fresh cheese curds 7 days a week. Phelps' has a vast selection of cheeses and meats, including the popular potato wurst. Fresh milk pumped daily from 700 cows and farm tours available. See Phelps' Dairy Store in person or visit us at phelpsdairystore.com. Phelps' Dairy Store, food, family, and fun.
In Division 4, Neillsville Regional Champions. In Division 3, Arcadia Regional Champions. In Division 5, Newman Regional Champions. And here in Division 5, Regional Champion TBD, as we are tied at 43. The Royals come storming back into this one here at home. And we will need an overtime to figure it out. And the tip goes to the Royals here as Emily Bone gets it. Edgar Wildcats going to have to swallow hard, take a deep breath, and get themselves back into it here. They can't let the emotions of the Royals and the Royal fans get everything carried away. Grunhofer left alone up top for three, no. Rebound brought down by Schmidt, and Schmidt traveled with it as she turned around. She was looking for Lieberg, but pivoted out and lost it. 2 straight games for the Royals where they have let things come down to the wire. Again, they beat Athens 39-38 here at home on Friday night. Athens had 2 shots in the last 8 seconds. If either of them wouldn't have went, we would be playing in Edgar right now. Imagine that, Edgar-Athens, that'd be a game. Yeah, Athens was a 7 seed, Edgar the 6 seed, so. But as it is, Assumption held on to that one. And they're attempting to come back. They still haven't led since we had 17:30 on the clock in the first half. They have trailed since 30 seconds off of the clock to start the game. But they did come back to tie, send us an overtime. We've got 3:20 left here in this overtime period. Gooden in the corner, dribbles around Schmidt, picks up her dribble, bounce pass to Hanstad. And we're going to have out of bounds, so it was out of bounds, and it'll still stay with Edgar. And again, Hosley, as she's done for the duration of this game, will inbound, this time in front of the Assumption home parent section. Gets it into Gooden, Schmidt with her. Gets it over to Hosley. Hosley, Kime flashes up top. Bone puts a hand up in front of her. Hosley, baseline jumper. The rebound comes out to Kime. Kime got it out. Schmidt fights for it. And it's going to go the way of, well, hold on, we're going to have a discussion here. We're going to have a foul called, I think, and that's going to overrule the out-of-bounds situation here, as the official from the other side is going to come in and call a foul. And the foul will go against Edgar. So Edgar foul on McKenna Gooden. And Assumption will go to the line for a bonus. They came into the overtime seeing 8 fouls against them. So this is the 9th team foul for Edgar, and that'll put Lieberg on the line for 1. Lieberg up, and no. Royals still without a lead since the 30-second mark, since 30 seconds ticked off in the first half. They have trailed all that way up until a Kendall Schmidt three-pointer with 6 seconds left on the clock. Drive by Gooden. That shot altered by Emily Bone, but fouled on her way through. Gooden will go the line for free throws. She is a perfect 3 for 3 today. Gooden dribbles it out, gets the first one up, and no. So double bonus for the Wildcats. Gooden misses the front end of the double bonus. Gooden on the back end of the double bonus. That one goes. Wildcats back in the lead. Weisenbeck with it here on the near wing. Gets a screen from Bone, dribbles up top, into Bone. That pass was deflected. Bone battled with
Hosley, and it's going to be fouled on Hosley, and now the Royals are in the double bonus for the next 2:16 here in overtime. Emily Bone is 1 for 4 free throw shooting here in today's game. First one gets it to rattle in and good. Every point precious here in this overtime period. Bone looks to put the Royals back in the lead for the first time in a long time and didn't get enough juice on that one. And we are tied at 44, 2:16 left to play. Bone with 2 points on the night. Sister Maddie with 19. Again, it's McKenna Gooden leading all scorers with 22. All that won't matter here. Gooden falls down with it. It's Schmidt. Left hand is up and good. I was about to say the total scoring won't matter. It's all about who can make that last shot here in today's game. Who can make the winning shot as Ellenbecker travels back-to-back turnovers for the Wildcats. Ellenbecker was harassed. She had Royals on either side of her, and it looked like she came through and tripped as she looked to split the double team, and as she fell to the ground, called with the travel. Lieberg with it now, going to hand off to Schmidt. Schmidt, the hero at the end of regulation. See if that three-pointer can catapult these Royals to a regional championship win as Emily Bone gets it to go, and the Royals now up by 4 with 1:35 left in overtime. Bounce pass to Schroffnagel. Schroffnagel almost threw that away. Ellenbecker brings it back up, and her ball went into the hands of Weisenbeck, and a crazy play here as the pass went up to Lieberg, and it's Bauman with the foul as she got in Lieberg's way, and Lieberg now will go to the line for 2. Edgar led at the half, 29-16. They carried that 13-point lead 5 minutes into the second half, and then the Royals started chipping away one by one by one. A three-pointer at the end of regulation by Kendall Schmidt tied the game, and now the Royals, unthinkable about 30 minutes ago, are in the lead, up by 5. Lieberg, 4 points on the night. Point number 5 rolls in. Royals now up by 6. 1:23 left. Royals still keep the pressure defense on. Gooden dribbles it around Lieberg. Swatted away by Grunhofer, and they're going to get a reach in by Grunhofer as Gooden bumps into Lieberg on her way to the free throw line. Again, stay tuned for the post-game show. We will talk to today's winning coach, a Zaleski Sports Highlight House Player of the Game to be named as Gooden gets the free throw to go. And our trophy presentation as our regional championship trophy has been sitting at the scores table since the pregame. And we've been staring at it lustfully since then. As somebody's going to get it, and we're going to know in the next minute 12 as Assumption leads Edgar 50-46. Wondering what to feed your team after work, the game, or this weekend? Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids has tasty char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite. From the classic hamburger to the famous Chips Champ and everything in between, check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See our complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream served year-round. In a hurry? Same great menu in the drive-thru. Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids.
In need of new kitchen cabinets, an entertainment center, bookcases, or any custom furniture or special projects? Give Hildebrandt Custom Cabinets a call at 715-659-5128 and talk to our staff about your project. Big or small, Hildebrandt Custom Cabinets can make what you need. Check out our many projects at custom-cab.com. Hildebrandt Custom Cabinets of Spencer. Quality that shows.
It is all smiles here in the Assumption student section as they, I think they're begging to be on TV right now, Stephen, but we'll get to them when we can. Yeah. But it is all smiles. It was not that long ago here, as there were some long faces over in that Assumption student section, but the Royals have come all the way back, up by 4, inbound to Lieberg. Lieberg to Schmidt. Schmidt with Ellenbecker chasing her. We come up on the 1-minute mark here in overtime. Ellenbecker went for the steal, almost got it. Weisenbeck up top, gets it over to Bone. Bone looked into Grunhofer, back up to Lieberg. Royals in no hurry here to shoot the ball. They're not even looking at the basket. Coach Hermansky telling her defense to come out. Royals in no mood to shoot this ball. They're not even looking at the basket. Need to foul, says Coach Hermansky, and the foul finally comes from Hosley with 36 seconds left. And it'll be Natalie Weisenbeck to the line. She's got 8 points in tonight's game. Weisenbeck in. Five-point game. Make or miss here. It's still a 2-possession game. Wildcats should have enough time for 2 possessions as Weisenbeck gets them both to go. 6-point game. Wildcats going to need a stop, and they're going to need 2 3-point shots on either end of the defensive stop. First possession of the equation is right now as Gooden in the lane. No. She'll go to the line. That's not a bad play either. Get to line with the clock stopped. You go up and shoot 2 free throws, and as long as you hit them, that's pretty good thinking. Gooden is 4 for 5 from the free throw line tonight and gets that one to go. So points with the clock stopped. A good plan B here for the Wildcats. And Gooden, no, doesn't get that one to go. They're going to have to foul here right away. Gooden comes up and does get the foul on Grunhofer. Grunhofer will go back to the line. Take this time to remind you again, the next time we will be live is Thursday for girls sectional semifinals, as the winner of this game will play Newman Catholic. And we will also see Neilsville battle Colby. That's version 3.0, as those 2 Clover Belt East foes have met twice during the season. Colby's won both. That one came off there. Just what the Wildcats needed was a couple of Grunhofer misses here. Grunhofer with 6 points tonight. And that one rims in and out. 26 seconds left. Still a 2-possession game. Wildcats going to need 2 buckets and a defensive stop. And a travel. They're not going to have it here as Hosley traveled with it. She leaned forward through the defensive pressure of the Royals and lost her pivot foot. But again, 2 more live games on Thursday, and then Friday, Saturday, TBD, pending results of girls sectional semifinals on Thursday and boys regional semifinals on Friday. We will make sure that you know everything that's going on at the moment we know it. As Weisenbeck will go back to the line for 2 more. That foul on Ellenbecker. And missed that one. Actually, my apologies, that foul was on Gooden. That was Gooden's 4th foul. 5-point lead. Again, this free throw here inconsequential for the Wildcats. They need 2 baskets, and they need them quick. 15 seconds left. Schroffnagel gets it out to Gooden. To Ellenbecker. Ellenbecker took a look at the clock. Wildcats got to go fast. Keim in, down low, didn't get it. Grunhofer comes away with the ball. Royals look to dribble it out. Grunhofer does get fouled by Hosley. It's going to be too little too late for the Wildcats here in Wisconsin Rapids, as Assumption leads by 5. 3.5 seconds left. Our post-game show will start immediately at the buzzer here. 3.5 seconds left. It's Grunhofer to the free throw line. Off. The Royals have missed a number of free throws here in this game and a couple here in overtime. The Wildcats only scoring 4 here in the extra session. That one is in. Gooden brings it up, and the clock has expired. The Royals come all the way back to win here at home. We will be courtside again with today's winning coach. The Zaleski Sports Show Highlight House Player of the Game is Ken. It all happens right now.
And once again, a big round of applause for both teams in this amazing basketball game this evening. Great job by Edgar. Great game of basketball. Wow. All right. Once again, how about a big round of applause for the Edgar Wildcats, everyone. Good job. Excellent game. We now want to present the regional champions plaque to Ryan Klein and the Assumption Royals. Next Royals game is Thursday at Wausau West, 7 o'clock. The game will be played at Wausau West at 7 o'clock on Thursday. Meet all the Royal fans there.
Coach, 53-47, you had to come scratching and clawing all the way back. Just talk about that effort in the second half on the comeback here against Edgar.
Yeah, I think we woke up a little bit and started to make some plays we needed to defensively. And yeah, big shot down at the end there, that sure helped. So yeah, pretty lucky to walk away with this one again, but Lady Luck on our side is okay.
In overtime, 10-3, you outscored the Wildcats 10-3. What was working for you and the girls in overtime?
Oh, I mean, when it gets down to overtime, you know, only 4 minutes to go, and it's just a small play here or there. I mean, once you get a lead and then you start making some free throws, you know, they start pressing a little bit just to try to make plays, and it can be tough to come back from. So I don't know if it was one thing in particular, but glad we ended up on the top end of that one.
Coach, you'll see Newman for the 3rd time this year on Thursday night. How long to celebrate tonight, and then how long until you start getting ready for Newman again?
I got a bunch of papers to grade, so I don't know if I'm celebrating at all.
Excellent. Thanks, Coach. Congratulations. Regional
Thank you.
champion. Coach Ryan Klein here, the Assumption Royals. We will find our Zaleski Sports Show player of Highlight House Player of the Game, Kendall Schmidt. She's somewhere in this group right here. We'll take a quick commercial break. They'll get done with photos. We'll be back here with our Zaleski Sports Show Highlight House Player of the Game, Kendall Schmidt.
Are you looking for a daycare close to Armandale? Little Sprouts Learning Garden Daycare, located at 10564 North School Road, has a convenient location right next to Armandale Schools. When you bring your children to Little Sprouts, you know that you're leaving them in good hands. With a capacity of 50 children, this daycare is open to all children from 6 weeks to 12 years. Conveniently open from 6:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Monday through Friday, Little Sprouts Learning Garden in Auburndale is your family-friendly daycare.
All right, again, back here in Wisconsin Rapids as Coach Klein has taken his Royals back to the locker room. We will get with our Zaleski Sports Show Highlight House Player of the Game, Kendall Schmidt, here momentarily again. What an exciting night here in Wisconsin Rapids. It was Edgar that took the lead in the halftime, 29-16. They carried that 13-point lead all the way until about the 10-minute mark in the second half, and then the Royals came storming back as they polished it off with a Kendall Schmidt three-pointer in the corner right here to my left with about 6 seconds left to go. That tied the game at 43, eventually set us to overtime. And then it was the Assumption Royals outscoring the Edgar Wildcats 10-3 in the extra session. Again, Assumption will now play Newman. This will be their third time playing the Newman Cardinals here this year, as Newman has got the better of them twice during the regular season. Both compete in the Marywood South, but they will play Newman, the 1 seed, Assumption, the 2 seed, and that'll take place Thursday at 7 p.m. up at Wausau East. We will be live for you there. Again, that game, as it is round 3, Cardinals, Royals, and a big rumble up there in Wausau for sure. We will also have Thursday night for you, Colby, Neelsville. That's Division 4 sectional semifinal. And then it is going to be Wild Wild West after that. We will follow winners. We will have boys regional semifinals on Friday. And then we've got sectional finals on Saturday, winners going to state. And then we've got regional final championships on the boys' side, winners going to state. We got it locked and loaded for you here on the On Focus Zaleski Sports Network. Guys, we will be right back here in just a minute with our Zaleski Sports Highlight House player of the game, Kendall Schmidt. We'll be back.
UW-Stevens Point is home.
It's a university where professors know your name and get you involved in research.
They inspire us to realize big dreams.
At UW-Stevens Point, sustainability is what we stand for.
Our beautiful campus encourages exploration, developing new fields, and problem solving for the real world.
It's a great place to launch your career.
UW-Stevens Point is home.
Apply today at uwsp.edu.
Are you a veteran looking to buy a new home or lower your existing mortgage payment?
At Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation, we understand the sacrifices you made in serving our country. We believe it's our turn to serve you and your family.
We'll show you how to take advantage of your VA home loan benefit. At Fairway, we can finance up to 100% on the home you intend to purchase or refinance.
At Fairway, we'd be honored to help you with your financing. Stop in at one of our offices or give us a call today.
Door Pro of Stratford has been your local source for garage and overhead doors since 2003. Door Pro can custom design your door solutions, or you can use their online tools at doorprollc.com to see what a new garage door could do to improve your home. Door Pro of Stratford, call them at 715-384-7978. Door Pro of Stratford, proud to support local athletes and their teams.
Gross Motors of Neelsville, the area's best choice for new and used Chrysler automobiles. Shop close to home for a great selection of new Chrysler Pacifica minivans and the entire Chrysler line of vehicles. You can also see over 700 new and used vehicles at grossauto.com. Gross Motors on Highway 10 in Neelsville, home of the no-hassle price, Gross Motors. For almost 50 years, Abbey Bank has been providing financial services to local families and businesses. What makes us different? Our partnership with the communities we serve, helping families grow, helping business grow, and celebrating important moments. With new programs and facilities, support for our youth, and help for those most in need. Abbey Bank invests in its communities and gives back locally. With locations in Abbotsford, Appleton, Medford, Wausau, and Weston, we make banking about you. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Are you looking for a daycare close to Armandale? Little Sprouts Learning Garden Daycare, located at 10564 North School Road, has a convenient location right next to Armandale Schools. When you bring your children to Little Sprouts, you know that you're leaving them in good hands. With a capacity of 50 children, this daycare is open to all children from 6 weeks to 12 years. Conveniently open from 6:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Monday through Friday, Little Sprouts Learning Garden in Armandale is your...
All right, we are back here with our Zaleski Sports Show Highlight House player of the game, Kendall Schmidt, mobbed by fans, your classmates, teammates, and mobbed for good reason. Hit the three-pointer to put this one into overtime. You had 7 points on the night, but none bigger than that three-pointer. Tell us what Coach called in the huddle, and if you knew that ball was coming to you on that look.
Well, he told us to run 5 down, and that basically means to get it to the post. and he's like, you get it and you go and you look to kick it, or if you can get a layup, go get a layup. But Emily kicked it to me and it was a great pass, and without everyone collapsing on her, I wouldn't have been able to have like a perfect wide open three.
Talk about what happened at halftime. You went down in halftime, you were down 13, and then scratched and clawed your way all the way back in second half. What did the coach tell you, and your teammates? What did everybody talk about during halftime and trying to get this comeback here tonight?
We were all talking, we have to work together. We were a little bit slow and not working together very well in the first half, and we were playing with as much intensity as we know we can. So we all just had to go out and work hard and like not lay an egg, as coach would say. So.
Yeah. Well, you didn't lay an egg in overtime. You outscored the Wildcats 10-3. Just talk about the intensity at that point. Now you're tied, obviously going in on your shot in overtime. Now you got to have it in overtime. What was the team thoughts and mentality in the overtime?
Well, the big shot like that, it gets us all worked up and ready to go win, and we all just like, we came here to win. Like, we don't want to go home and didn't come here for nothing. So. Right.
And with the win today, you get to face Newman for the third time on Thursday. I know these girls will be ready for it because that game will be live again on Thursday. Steven's going to take us to a quick commercial break, and we will get Kendall all set up for her in-the-house moment right after this.
Just a short drive from Marshfield, Chili Implement is your local headquarters for snow removal equipment for your home or business. Take advantage of 0% financing on select make and models. See store for details. The friendly staff at Chili Implement is there to help equip you this season for whatever snow removal needs you may have. Just 10 miles west of Marshfield, Chili Implement, an authorized dealer for Kubota, is located north of Highway 10 on County Road Y in Chili.
Put that right there. Good girl. I'm Kendall Schmidt and I'm in the house. Regional champs.
Nice job. There you go. That's one way to do it. Nice work tonight.
Thank you.
All right. Again, the regional champions here are the Assumption Royals. We will be live again on Thursday night as we look at these Royals again taking on the Cardinals version 3.0 and also Neilsville Colby 3.0. Oh. Big times coming up ahead on Thursday. Again, highlights all over the place tonight on the Zaleski Sports Facebook network. Until Thursday night.